What is up, people? We are continuing our Civ Beyond Earth saga. We are doing our One City Challenge guide, and if you haven't been staying tuned, then the whole playlist is on my channel. And if you have, then you know we are really close to winning our Emancipation victory. Um, we just gotta get the gate up and running. One science per affinity level, please. But yeah, we've been kicking some ass and taking some names. Beauty in the eye of the orbiter. Launch a satellite to investigate. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so we're really close. So this or next video is probably going to be the last one. Only 19 turns till the gate is done, then we just have to funnel units through. We're not really doing much right now. For some reason, I turned quick combat off, but I don't know what's going on. They want a peace treaty. I am okay with that. I'm kind of done with war for the moment. I don't know what's going on over here, why it's showing me this. Don't really care, though. So yeah. These last turns are going to be pretty unproductive. We're just kind of finishing the Emancipation Gate, and then we're going to be sending people through. Nobody else is at 13 in their specific affinity. So while we're waiting for all this to go down, why don't I kind of give an overview of everything we've done in the game. Couple tips overview for One City Challenge. First of all, there is no option for it in the game. You have to kind of roleplay it or pretend there's a One City Challenge, which means any city you take, you burn immediately. And you can't take capitals, unfortunately, because they can't be burned like they could in Civ 5. Let's just see what tech I want. We want production-oriented things. I might actually go for cybernetics, because 2 engineer specialist slots is nice, and an orbital laser over my city will keep it even more defended. But anyway, so yeah. You really, what you want to do is, first of all, don't pick your victory like I did. That was a bad move on my part, because, you know, before I played this, I practiced a couple of other One City Challenge games completely separate from this guide, and the first thing I realized is that picking was a bad idea. Because if your city doesn't land near a certain resource that you need, you have to be diplomatic. Luckily, in this game, we happen to just kind of jackpot it and get all the resources we need. But in most games, you're not going to get that lucky, so pick your victory after you know what's around. If you don't have a lot of affinity-based resources around, contact's probably the best choice. Otherwise, do with what you got. War is good. I mean, everyone knows that, but once you know you can be self-productive like I can, going to war a lot is nice because it enables you to cripple the other nations to once down like you are. Our carriers can be shepherds, doesn't matter, we can't use boats. But yeah. 1 health, 10 production for military units. I'm going to take the 10 production. Normally, health is definitely the best option, but we're fine on health, and the military production will help us get our Emancipation victory quicker. So yeah, waging war, really, to talk about the Emancipation side of things, Supremacy is a very nice war affinity, just because Cinders are really powerful early game. You only need to get to level 4 in Supremacy to use them. They have 38 strength, which, as you saw while we were playing, we practically decimated every war just from Cinders, and we're on turn 200. Only around turn 190 did we actually upgrade them to true Cinders, and when we did, they once again made everything nearby a joke. So, the Cinders are really nice units to abuse. Definitely, when you know what your affinity is going to be early on, like we did, really try to boost into that affinity quickly, because in this game, your tech does not determine your unit strength, your affinity does. So the higher up you are in an affinity, the more advanced your units are compared to other players. Obviously, technology does play a role because you have to research certain text to get certain units, but your main units can all be researched through like the first one or two tiers, and any specific units to your affinity you are going to get anyway because of the affinity points. So remember that. I'm going to actually have my units kind of get stacked up around the Emancipation Gate. Talking about the Emancipation Victory a little more. First thing you need to do is obviously start building your supremacy. You need to get a lasercom satellite, which requires the orbital network technology. That also requires, I believe it's 1 titanium and 2 or 3 petroleum to build the lasercom satellite. So if you don't have it, you need to trade it with someone. You don't need to launch it till later, but at least have it. Once you get that up, you need to research hypercomputing, get to level 13 in your affinity, and then begin construction on the Emancipation Gate, which you, as I said, you need hypercomputing for. Once you get your Emancipation Gate up, obviously it's a planetary wonder, as you can see right here. You should put it on a tile that's pretty easily defendable, because if they take your Emancipation Gate, you lose a lot of stuff. 10% production toward a unit for each upgrade it has. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. We're going to do this one just for the extra production to our units. Might does have some very nice affinity boosts, especially in these 2 tiers. There might be a couple other ones around I didn't see. That one's nice too, but these 2 were nice help. A free affinity level and 20 plus an extra 20% affinity from researching technologies. Those were nice little boosts. Had I known those were there, I probably would have rushed for them early on, but I didn't, so yeah. So the Emancipation Gate, once it's up, we need to get it to 1,000 military strength by sending units through it. We can only send 1 unit each turn. The amount you get is based on melee combat strength, I'm pretty sure, so these educators won't do much for our gate, to be honest. But we might as well send them through while we have them. The transcendental equation was completed by Kavitha Thakur. I don't know where that puts them on the scale. Oh, that's just the transcendental equation. That's not too scary. People are starting to get somewhere, though. The Slavic Federation did decode the signal, so they need to build the beacon. Once they build the beacon, they just need to funnel their energy into it. But they're going to need a lot of energy per turn to really get that thing up and running quickly. So, hopefully we can win them out. Yeah, honestly, I'm going to delete my educators. They're not going to put a big amount toward our Emancipation Gate. The things that really do it are the heavy combat units like Cinders and Angels. For some reason, like the last game I played, I was sending Executors through, which if you don't know is the highest level Ranger Supremacy unit, and I was only getting like 26 out of them. Whereas the Angels get like 90 something, so, and the Cinders get about 50 something. So we'll send our Cinders over to sit on our Emancipation Gate and keep it defended. Progenitor Ruin, right there. Keep building manufactories just to try to get this up and running quickly. We do have an Overseer over here. I'm just going to plop him down on this Progenitor Ruin. I don't need the Ruin. The free affinity really won't do me any good at this point in the game. Steel Science. Steel, not energy, but whatever. Steel Science. So yeah, you know, we're probably just going to pump out Angels as soon as this Emancipation Gate is done in 11 turns. I don't think the Slavic Federation can beat us. We did cripple them a little bit earlier. We took one of their cities, and we destroyed one of the ones they tried to post. They are kind of spamming cities up in here now. But the more they worry about building cities, the less the harder it's going to be for them to win. So we're going to buy, it's 10 turns till the Emancipation Gate's done. We're going to build the alloy foundry for the extra 2 production. That's going to cut it down to 9 turns. I don't think there's anything else we can buy that really can speed us up. So, unless there's a trade route I don't have, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, our trade routes are full. Guard this with your life. So it looks like the Slavic Federation is our biggest, I'll say our biggest enemy right now as far as winning. They did decode the signal. Their city's not as big as ours, so I'm pretty sure we can build our Emancipation Gate before they get the beacon, because they did just get the signal. Though what I'm going to do, just to double check, since we did just get one of them, we're going to send this to the Slavic capital, just to get an idea of what we're up against. Like I said, we are not at any real risk of war. Our neighbor, the African Union, we crippled really early on, so they're not a threat. They're more defensive than offensive right now. We'll apologize, but that doesn't mean we're going to change anything. Yeah, we don't really have any other contests except for the Slavic Federation.
The fact that
Finish cybernetics, which means we can build orbital lasers. 2 science, 1 health. 2 science, 1 health. We'll do 1 health. That means we can build more manufactories, which is more production, so... we don't have a canyon. Feraxite cost 2 gives us health. That requires purity. That's not necessary. Planetary engineering. That requires level 6 impurity. Plus 1 production from generator improvements. We can just build manufactories. We'll work toward euthenics. Unless this has something good. That requires 7 in harmony though, so yeah. Though an arma sale for production. Yeah, that'll be a little quicker, so we'll go for that. That might be a wonder. So either way though, this is going to be done in 6 turns now. Depending on how far we get, I may just extend this video to cover it. I don't want to make like a 5-10 minute video just to finish the game when I can just add it to this game. So, sorry if this video is a little longer. Our agent has arrived. We are going to establish a network, get an idea of what's going on in there. I don't think we really have any major threat though. The Emancipation Gate will be done in 5 turns. They can try as they want to try to break into us, but they're not going to. One thing I might do though, we'll see how far they are when my network gets established. Don't know, actually what I'll do, I've been at war with these guys like 3 times this game, but I'm going to war with them again. I know they don't like it. I have no intention of actually fighting them, but if I go to war with them, it might make them build more units to get a little more defensive just in case, and that will slow down their beacon production. I can't tell if they're building the beacon right now or not, because the network's not up. We will see, we will see. Network established. So, I know what their research and current production is the beacon. Their production is higher than ours is. So, 54.6 production as opposed to, what do we have? Oh no, our production's higher. Okay. We have 60. So we're doing alright. All's well that ends well. We are pumping out manufactories like it's our job. That could have something to do with it. Trade convoy. We'll keep sending it there. That's fine. We're gonna start getting our cinders near the Emancipation Gate. Come on, there we go. That way we can immediately start funneling units through as soon as it's done. These two executors will stay for defensive purposes, obviously.
We bring enlightenment to the lost.
The Captain Protectorate just waged war, but... And Daoming Soshua just waged war. This usually happens when you start winning a victory. When they think you're going to win, they'll come after you like, you know, I've been doing. But I don't see any units. So I don't know what the threat is. We're at war with 3 people and I'm not concerned. How's that for funny? Anyway, move our cinder right there. Move this cinder right here. Then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take this worker off of the manufactory. I'm going to build a road from my city to the Emancipation Gate, just to speed up transporting our units there. The Captain Protectorate is way on the other side of the map, so I don't see how they're going to even get close to us. Daoming Soshua, their units are missing, so they could be trying to trek their way all the way around the African Union to get me. But this Overseer will see them long before they get here, and at that point I can just build an orbital laser, get ready for some war. I can easily hold them off until I finish. So they don't scare me. We'll just continue doing what we're doing and get our Emancipation Gate up and running. Not this turn, but next turn. That's Brazil, but they're not at war with us yet, so... We'll send this worker who finally completed our long road to Slavic Federation. We'll send him back. 7 turns to get back. That just shows you how effective of a road that was. Who is this? Steel Science. Steel Science. And you're being a jackwagon, but we'll siphon energy is all we can really do. Alright, Bill, I want you to build a mag rail that will go to the Emancipation Gate. I see no sign of any enemy units. They waged war on me together, and yet they're gonna fight each other. That's funny. Alright. So our Emancipation Gate is up. And running. Let's start sending units through. We will build... We'll send it to Franco-Iberia. We're gonna move this... Not the Heralds. We're gonna move the Executor up to here. Because we're gonna build units and we're gonna buy units simultaneously. Alright, can I send people through? That's the first thing I want to check. Commit unit. Boom. And we'll move our next cinder up into it and get ready to send it. Phasal Transporter. Enables units to perform a one-way phasal transport to any friendly city. That's cute. But, yeah, I want to build angels mainly. So I need to get some of these cinders. Actually, what I might do, we're going to do to get some of our Firaxite back, we're going to go to our buildings. One of them here requires 4 Firaxite. Da da da. Not an institute, not an auto plant. Alloy foundry? No. No. I know one of them requires 4 Feraxite. Here we go, buildings. That requires 2 in supremacy, but... Hypercore, 4 Feraxite. We're gonna sell it. Now we have 7 Feraxite, so we can, takes 3 turns to build an angel. We're gonna build apostles instead, and we're gonna buy angels. Purchase. It costs 790 gold. So we'll be able to buy just as many of them as we need to win this. Yeah, so we're just going to extend this video till I win. Nobody likes me, but I'm the one that's about to win, so... Screw you. Yeah, so this video is going to be a little longer, because I just want to end this game on this video. There's no need to make another video that's going to be 5 to 10 minutes. That seems rather stupid. Angel is through. Next turn we'll send that angel through. We're going to buy another one. We can't. We got to wait till that angel gets through. Okay. Excuse me. So in that case we'll just build another cinder. That actually costs more than an angel. That's crazy. Alright, I don't see any threats, so continuing towards our Emancipation victory. So I don't like to assume, but I'm pretty sure we've won this. So, like I was going over tips earlier on what you should do. You know, go to war if you can. No, if we stay at war with them, it'll distract them from their contact victory. Which is what I want. So, screw you. Who's that? That's Brazil again. Alright, you're not at war with me. So yeah, go to war if you can. Cripple them. Cinders are great early game units. I don't know the good early game units, if there is any, for the other things. Those affinities, yeah. Might has some good affinity bonuses, so check those out. I didn't realize it had those. So if... And like I said, if you know you're going to pick a certain affinity early, make sure you go for it. Because, yeah. If you go for it early, you'll have a much more advanced army. And obviously, even in our wars, we had to spare capitals, which was so much harder, because if we could have just taken down Magan, taken down Tiangong, we could have just continued going right down towards the ARC, killed them. We could have done so much more damage. So, all in all, I'll say this was a pretty successful game. Send the angel through. What does that put us at? Our Emancipation Gate is a quarter of the way there. We'll put our Cinder on. We'll send our... not our Herald. The Apostle. However you say that. Someone correct me on that, because I know I'm saying it wrong. We got 8. We'll build another... We'll build Cinders. And then we will buy Angels. Purchase. Angel. As long as we have a unit to send through each turn, we'll be doing alright. Next turn. And if you don't know the lore behind this victory, since I'm running out of things to talk about, the whole point of it, if you haven't seen my, I think I did a video on victories. Maybe not. I did talk about victories in my basic guide, though. I'm pretty sure. So, the Supremacy victory, if you don't know, is... Oh, commit unit. Angel done. Put you on the gate. Put you next in line for the gate. And then we need to buy another unit. So anyway, as I was saying, yeah, sure, why not? As I was saying, The Emancipation Victory is basically you go to Earth, or you build this gate, which is why you need the laser comm satellite, because it sends a message to Earth. Then you build this gate, which allows you to warp your units to Earth. And your units basically liberate the humans from their shitty existence, for lack of a better term. So that is the lore of the Emancipation Victory. I don't think we are at any risk of losing this game. Nobody else, you know, let's see here. Eladai has got the tech, but they don't have the Mind Flower up. They don't have the beacon up. I don't see how we can lose. Famous last words, at least. Send the Apostle through. That's a nice big angel. Send this Apostle over. We can take a break from buying things for this turn, because the CNDR will come out next turn. So as you can see, one city challenge, not that difficult. Obviously we did it on a Vostok difficulty, so it's not that great, grand, and wonderful that we beat it. But obviously, if done correctly, the one city challenge can be semi-viable. It does make the game a little more challenging. Alright, the Slavic Federation has completed their beacon. But I guarantee they're not going to finish what they're doing as fast as we're going to finish what we're doing. Commit the Angel. Move this guy. Purchase another Angel. So yeah, it was close. You know, the Slavic Federation did get to the beacon. Had we been able to take down their capital back when we went to war with them the first time, we wouldn't have them as an enemy. So, you know, obviously the one city challenge is going to make this a little harder. But for the beacon, they need 1,000 energy to activate it, and then even if they're making like 100 gold per turn, it's going to take them a good 10 to 20 turns to win. And they're not going to be able to do that in time. They still have to activate the beacon, which I don't think they've done. I don't know if we get a notification when they activate the beacon. So, not sure, not sure. But in the end, keep sending units through. We'll send our Angel over first. Build another True Cinder. Our Emancipation Gate is at about halfway there. Man, I don't know. We were sending through like Angels and Cinders and all this crap. We could wipe out, with the amount of units we're sending through, we could literally wipe out pretty much all these other civs. I don't know what kind of mess they got themselves into back on Earth, but that's pretty cray. Synergetics is done. Not that I really care. Angel is committed. Yeah, so those Angels add a little under 100. Purchase another Angel. Biowell is done. Finished the manufactory that was going over here. Doesn't really matter what you guys do, we're just going to have you steal tech. Or science, I mean. If our Angels were upgraded, they would likely do a lot more for the Emancipation Gate, but in the end, we did alright. Oh, they killed our trade unit. Now, our gold per turn is negative now, and the reason for that is because we took that virtue that we gain 1% of our stockpiled gold every turn, and that's a dangerous one to take because you learn to rely on that gold per turn. So, like every time we buy a unit here, if I buy another Disciple, or apostle, whatever. You can see my gold per turn went to 22. That's not just from unit maintenance. That's a big portion because we just spent 700 gold, so we lost 7 gold per turn in the process. I'm actually going to build a generator here to try to counteract some of that gold per turn loss. But yeah, so unfortunately that stockpile gold per turn one, if you rely on it too much, then if your stockpile drops, it just snowballs and you lose all your energy pretty damn fast. But that's okay at this point. You know, we're about to win in a couple more turns here. It's at 675 of 1,000. Send our angel through. Looks like the mag rail is done. Build a mag rail on the Emancipation Gate just to get things there quicker. Build another angel, or purchase another angel, I should say. Angel. We can probably buy, I would say, 1 or 2 more angels before we run out of gold per turn. But 1 or 2 more is almost all we really need in the end, so at that point we can start sending our executors through. Obviously there's no threat of war coming our way, so they don't really, they'll give us about 26 each, which isn't a ton. Oh, I get it. It actually gives you their highest ranking combat strength. That makes sense now. Alright. I was a little stupid. I probably if I had actually read it, I would have realized that was what it was doing. It was just I'm a little ADD and I didn't ever take the time to read it. So 48 more there. It's at 811. Send up an angel. Send this cinder over. And we will buy 1 more angel. We cannot buy 1 more angel. Oh, because we already have an angel. Okay. We'll save our gold this turn because we got 2 units ready to go in. We'll build another cinder. Can't send you guys in yet, but between these 2 units and the last angel I'm going to purchase, that should give us victory. I'm kind of like paranoid that like the last turn someone's going to win another victory. Wow. Yeah, you know what? Give me everything you have. I didn't even do anything. I'm not giving you anything. You're freaking crazy. Nope, I'm not going to peace with you, because if I can distract you from your contact victory, then we're all set. Obviously, this would be much easier with more than 1 city. I don't think I need to point that out to anybody. Alright. Commit the angel, put the cinder on, and buy our last angel, and that will pretty much be the last thing we need for this game to be done. So in summation, don't pick your victory first. Try to settle in a place with resources, strategic resources. Tectonic Scanner is a really good one to take. So retrograde thrusters is good as well, but I think Tectonic Scanner might overtake it. When it comes to 1 city challenge anyway. So if you can get the resources you need without having to rely on anyone else, do a lot of war, cripple the other civs. If you can't, then simply, you know, try to be diplomatic with one of them and kill the ones they want dead. That way you at least have 1 ally. As long as you have Pharaxite, you're pretty much all set. You do need to get petroleum and titanium, but you need it once in the game to get 1 lasercom satellite.
As Adam Smith said.
So, you know, that's not really a big deal. If you can trade with someone 1 time for that and just save your lasercom satellite right until you need it for the Emancipation Gate, you'll be doing fine. And then you just go to war, cripple everyone else. Cinders are great early game units. When you know what you're specializing in for an affinity early, really specialize early and get your army as advanced as possible, especially where you don't have the numbers you would have if you had multiple cities. And that's pretty much all I have to say. And that is our Emancipation victory.
There were those who welcomed us and embraced the future we represented. There were those that rejected us, fleeing from our messengers, afraid of their own freedom and potential. This was our burden, the burden of those blessed with vision. And, as technology does with all things, it will heal these wounds. It will quench the fire of this transformation. Liberated from their weaknesses, the people of Earth gaze upon their deliverers with new eyes and see us as we truly are. Heroes, prophets, the saviors of humankind.
And that is it for this One City Emancipation Victory video. It's about time. Please like and subscribe for more content. Leave comments with constructive tips for other players. Let me know if you have any questions about this game that you need me to answer, any other tips I can give you if you have a specific question. And let me know what types of videos you want to see. This is the third full guide I posted, including the basic guide. We do have the Infinite City Sprawl guide out as well. We're going to be doing a couple more next week. We'll be doing an Ocean Domination guide. And then we have an Apollo Tactics guide and a mod guide, a modded game, an enhanced game. So I haven't decided which of those two I'll do, but I'll definitely be doing the Ocean Warfare one next week. So, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And then I will see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.